Hi students, I hope you're in the pink of your health, and today I'm going to put yet another brick in the building of your personality. In the previous discussions, you may remember we have touched upon the concepts of personality, self-awareness and the importance of knowing your own strengths and weaknesses. Today let us discuss what happens when we are ready and now we have a dream. Each one of us have a dream and a vision that we must complete. However, this is not something that we have to do all by ourselves. We need a set of people, a dependable group that is ready to motivate us, support us, and push us towards the achievement of the said goal. To have a team is to have one very important quality that we must develop in ourselves, and that is leadership. Leadership, my dear students, is our ability to convince, motivate, and direct a group of people towards a common goal that is there in our mind. Leadership requires some very specific qualities. The number one quality that a good leader should be having is the ability to communicate very clearly. He should be a very good communicator and be able to explain what his dream exactly is. Not only it is about telling the other person, but listening too. You have to also be a good listener. You have to listen to what your team also has to say. Because the dream, the vision, and the goal that you are on is not yours alone. And that is why you not only seek support of other people, but also give support to the views, ideas, and beliefs of your team. You should be ready to share the success. You should be ready to help others. You should be ready to create new things, experiment, and take as much risks as you want. Because the more risky the vision is, the greater is the goal. Always remember, students, whenever we talk about leadership, it requires confidence, vision, and influence, along with having a positive presence. When you are convincing the other person, you should be positive, constructive, and you should always talk about the bright side so that the other person does not doubt your dream or vision. But when we talk about just leading other people, that is only one side of the story. Because effective leadership is not only about leading other people, but leading yourself too. And that is something that is known as self leadership. Self leadership then is our ability to navigate, direct, and control our own self and be able to motivate ourselves to a degree wherein we continue to stay on the path of our goal despite the distractions and the temptations and the negativity that might be there around us regarding our dream and our vision. The foundation of self leadership, students, is something known as self regulation or self control, which means whenever we are on a mission, there will be a point wherein something else, which is not for us, something else that is beyond our reach, becomes more tempting, more attractive, and we tend to leave our path to go towards something that we think is right. We tend to get distracted and lose our path. For example, if today you are asked to do an assignment, the weather outside, the television, the radio, and the garden may be a very good distraction for you, which will tempt you to actually leave your assignment undone and go outside and play. This is where your self regulation, self leadership, and sense of control should come into play. You should decide what is important for you and you should tell yourself, sometimes even scold yourself to tell that this is not something right. You should set your priorities. What is more important to us? What is more urgent? Accordingly, you should choose your own path. For example, having good habits. Exercising is a good habit. Sleeping early is a good habit. But there are so many factors that are there around us today in this new world which take us away from what is right and take you towards something that is not so good for your health. You tend to eat junk food because it's tasty. You tend to watch more TV because it is more entertaining than reading a book. But you don't understand that the lack of self control in you, the inability for you to decide what is right, is something that can have disastrous consequences in the future. That is why, students, a good personality is a balanced personality. You should know where to do what. Even in a situation where you are stuck in a problem, somebody is fighting with you, somebody is abusing you, at that point also, your self control comes into play. Should you raise a hand against him? Should you push him away? Or should you just let it go? Maybe breathe. Take a deep breath, do the reverse counting, and actually bring down your anger instead of taking an impulsive, sudden decision to hit it out and then fall into trouble yourself. Students, always remember you are your own master, and whatever you decide will happen. I hope this particular talk that I just gave you is having a very constructive effect on your mind, and based on that, you will enjoy the activities that I have given you in the study material. And all of that put together will give you a great experience of development and strength. Have a good day, students, and thank you for listening.